Hello students. We have completed so far transcription. In the previous class we have discussed the detailed process of transcription. In addition to that, structure of tRNA with the diagram we have learnt. Now we shall move towards the next most important topic of molecular biology, that is translation. So simply, literally, translation means what? Translation simply or literally it is called as protein synthesis. In other words, it is also called as formation of polypeptide chain. But the precise definition of translation is what? See, the definition I wrote on the board, focus on the board. So, the process of polymerization of amino acid to form a polypeptide chain. So, this is the uh, precise definition of the. Let us understand the meaning. We will split the word here. Polymerization refers to what? You might be knowing the meaning of polymerization. Translation is nothing but it is a polymerization of amino acids to form a polypeptide chain. In other words, polypeptide chain is also called as synthesis of protein. Okay, we know that proteins are made up of number of amino acids. In other words, it is also called as formation of polypeptide chain, isn't it? So here, polymerization refers to what? Polymerization means it is a process in which relatively a small molecule, that is monomers, monomers. So monomers combine chemically to produce a large molecule. They are called as polymerization. Poly means many, means monomers combine together. Monomers combine together to form a polymer. So this process is known as polymerization. So proteins are made up of number of amino acids, and a number of amino acids combine together to form a polypeptide chain, or simply it is called as synthesis of protein. So this is a very short definition I wrote on the board, and the same definition is given in the reader also. Refer the same definition. Now we shall understand what are the steps involved in the translation. Okay, for the process of translation or protein synthesis, it is following some steps. So what are the major steps involved in the translation? Let us see. First step, for the translation to carry, first of all, what are the requirements are required? That is very important. So we need tRNAs, amino acids, ribosomes, messenger RNA. I have not written on the board, but simply I am recalling you. Ribosomes are required, messenger RNA is required, enzymes are required. Okay, and ATP energies, because translation is also a very complex phenomena which require plenty of energy. And from where the energy is supplied? From the adenosine triphosphate. The ATP is required for the charging of the amino acids. Since we know the amino acids which are present in the cytoplasm, they are in a very inactive form. Unless and until these amino acids are activated, they are not attached by the tRNA. So the main role of the tRNA here. So tRNA is what? The main role of the tRNA is to transfer the amino acids towards the messenger RNA. On the messenger RNA, the message is present. The DNA is copied into the messenger RNA in the form of codon. That already we have studied that. Now, charging of amino acid. I wrote the first step, charging. I told you what is charging. Charging, or in other words, it is also called as amino acylation of tRNA. It means amino acid should be activated. How it will be activated? It is activated by charging. How it is charged? By an enzyme called as amino acyl synthase enzyme. So in the presence of amino acyl synthase enzyme, the number of tRNAs, that is picked up here. So here amino acids are activated by the amino acid plus adenosine triphosphate in the presence of enzyme called amino acyl synthase enzyme. Amino acids are activated, and here adenosine monophosphate and inorganic phosphate is released here. So the whole reaction is showing what? The whole reaction showing how the amino acids are activated and how the tRNA is going to pick up the number of amino acids. First step is what? Amino acids are activated. Okay, activated by ATP, and then in the presence of enzyme. So here two things are required for the activation. One is ATP, second is amino acid synthase enzyme. So amino acids are activated by amino acid synthase enzyme, and they are also activated by the a molecule called adenosine triphosphate. The whole reaction is about the activation of amino acid. Now amino acids are activated because if they are not activated, they are not going to attach with the tRNA. So this is a very important reaction. Okay, activated amino acids. Later on, the amino acids are activated and attached to the tRNA. What is tRNA? Transfer RNA. Because since it is transferring the amino acid towards the messenger RNA, isn't it? So hence the role of tRNA is to transfer the amino acid. This reaction. Now, again in this step, this is a major step. Let us understand some more important steps involved in the translation process. So, the first step in the translation, amino acids are activated. After that, the initiation of the translation is going to occur. Okay, so how they are initiated? Let us see. The chain initiation, the first step is called chain initiation. Chain means polypeptide chain. Initiation means beginning. So how it is going to begin the initiation? The process is called initiation. Initiation is nothing but the starting of the or the beginning of the translation. Okay. Now after that, in the initiation step, what is happening? In the initiation step, first of all, on the messenger RNA, first of all, the smaller ribosomal unit, ribosomal units in prokaryotes, 70s in 80s in case of eukaryotes. And AUG is being the one of the initiator codon. So before proceeding before it begins, first what happens? The smaller subunit of the ribosome is going to attach to the messenger RNA. Okay, because it is a initiator codon. And at the same time, the tRNA, this tRNA is going to pick one amino acid and bring it towards the initiator codon, whose anticodon is UAC. This tRNA is bringing a charged, this is a charged one bringing amino acid, that is methionine. So first initiator codon is AUG, which is going to make a complementary base with the UAC, and this is the first amino acid called methionine. Now there is a complex, formation of complex. So complex of what? Subunit, ribosome, smaller subunit, larger subunit. Okay, they are joined together along with the tRNA. Okay, so the activated amino acids, thus they are picked up by the tRNA molecule and form amino acyl tRNA, and the process is called charging of amino acid. Okay, now the tRNA is loaded here. tRNA is loaded with the methionine. This step is called as initiation. Initiation means beginning of the translation is called initiation. Here the initiation has taken place. Okay, this is the first complex. Now the second step is called what? Elongation. Elongation, as the name itself indicate. What happens with the elongation? Let us see. In the elongation step, the ribosomal subunits, after attaching here ribosomes to the messenger RNA tRNA, what happens? The initiation already took place. But for the elongation step, these ribosomes, they are shift from one codon to next codon. Here GGG. So any codon you can take. AUG is the initiator codon. Next it may be GGG or UUU or anything. Okay. So ribosomal subunits shift from one codon to another codon on the messenger RNA, and this step is called as translocation. Okay. So ribosomes are shifted towards the next codon. After that, the tRNA carrying an amino acid shift from A site to P site. Then what are A and P? Here I wrote A and P. So A means what? A means A stands for, that is amino acid site, and P stands for peptidyl site. So as the methionine attached to the amino acid site, again A site to P site, it is vacating the A site. After attaching here, it is going to vacate the A site. After vacating, the tRNA carrying the second amino acid. So methionine goes after this subsequent Subsequent amino acids are brought by subsequent tRNAs. Thus, tRNA carrying the second amino acid and enter into the A site. After that, this result in the addition of amino acids. This result in the addition of number of amino acids continuously along the length of the messenger RNA continuously. Thus, the ribosomes also are there where they bind together. They bind together by means of a peptide. So, I have shown here a polypeptide chain formation. So, one amino acid bind with another, thus forming a long chain of polypeptide bound together, and this step is initiated by not only this complex is required, even the process of elongation step is also initiated by certain enzymes here. Some factors are required for this process. What are those factors? Elongation factors. As in case of initiation factors are required. Likewise, in elongation step also it requires elongation factors EF1, EF2 like that, and thus the elongation step completed. See here, shifting of the ribosome along the length of the messenger RNA as it attains the third step. See, the third step, termination step is there. Yes, termination means stoppage of the translation process is called as termination. Means after when the ribosome attain the extreme end of the messenger RNA, it is going to stop the process of translation or protein synthesis. So what happens as it attains the end of the chain, how it is going to stop the process? Let us see. First, the codons present in the mRNA. See, whatever the message is present in the mRNA is called codon. So the codon present in the mRNA are translated by ribosomes continuously. Okay, continuously it is going to form, and it is going to form a long polypeptide chain. It is going to form a long polypeptide chain until the ribosomes reach the terminator codon. So we already familiar with the three codons which are going to stop the process of translation. Which are those? Those are UAA, UAG, UGA. Thus, three codons are there to stop the process of translation. When the ribosomes are shifted to the terminator codon UAA, UAG, UGA, the process of elongation is terminated. So, at the end of this step, the termination is going to take place. The long polypeptide chain that is going to form, it is going to dissociate. The chain is going to dissociate from the ribosome. So here the complex is there, no, this complex is going to break. Dissociation is going to occur. The long polypeptide chain is so formed, they are dissociated from the ribosomes and released into the cytoplasm of the cell and become a type of protein, and it's going to form the protein. And both smaller and larger subunits, smaller as well as larger subunits also dissociated from the messenger RNA. And this chain termination is catalyzed by a factor called release factor. So for the dissociation, separation, the release factors are required, and it is catalyzed by these RF1, RF2, RF3. Okay, so this is all about the process of translation or protein synthesis. Okay, so this is how we have completed the process. We will stop.